reject people coming here and speaking their voice. They do it all the time. We don't stop them from doing that. I don't reject them standing outside my home. I reject them following me around in a car, following my car around. I reject them saying that they're coming for me, that I need to beg for mercy. I reject that when they are using their First Amendment rights on public property, they're also going behind my home and brandishing their weapons to my neighbors, that they're making false DCF claims against me to my daughter, that I have to take a DCF investigator to her play date to go underneath her clothing and check for burn marks. That's what I'm against, which is a credible threat and calculated. In spite of what people believe, I am not opposed to people practicing their First Amendment rights, even when it's outside of my home on a public property. I'm not. I think it's a silly method. I think it's ineffective. It doesn't move me or motivate me in any way, but I'm not opposed to it. What I reject is this effort to create fear and division in the community that leads to credible threats of violence against me and my family. And there's a lot of things that I haven't shared with all of you up here. I've tried not to talk about this stuff publicly. Definitely struggling because, again, the timing of this is frustrating for me because everything in my gut tells me that this response by the Florida School Board Association, although I agree with pretty much everything that's in here, it's just the reason why this was put out is what I'm uncomfortable with, because it was drafted in response to a letter that intended to keep me and my family safe, and potentially you and your family safe, and potentially other school board members and teachers across the nation safe. And, you know, let's just be perfectly blunt and honest here. Of all the people sitting up on this dais that should be directly moved by a document like this, it's probably me. And I appreciate you saying that we need to set the tone and lead by example, but I probably would have appreciated that acknowledgement 6 months ago when I started dealing with this stuff. And I appreciate the idea of us coming together and standing up for one another and supporting a resolution to support one another in face of those threats. I don't believe that's what this is, though. I believe this is one organization responding to another. And if we really felt that way and we were going to support each other and really try to make a change within our community and let our parents come who speak on both sides of the aisle know that we're here to support them speaking and we want to hear them, then we should come up with something for ourselves that meets the situation that we face here in Brevard, but doesn't interject us in between two organizations fighting for each other.